The Subcommittee on Domestic Policy of the Committee of Oversight and Government Reform will now come to order. Today's hearing will examine the subprime mortgage industry and the problem of foreclosure, payday lending industry, and the enforcement of the Community Reinvestment Act.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to the committee. My name is Rita Haynes, and I'm the manager CEO of Faith Community United Credit Union in Cleveland, Ohio. Faith Community Development Credit Union, popularly known as Faith, is a community development credit union with 6,000 members and approximately $10 million in assets. One of our more successful products is the Faith Developed Grace Loan, initiated in 1999 to combat the flow of our membership to predatory payday lenders who moved into our area when most banks vacated the inner city. I believe that everyone is put here for a reason, and there's a purpose in everybody's life. We went on a honeymoon on it wasn't a Greyhound, a Trailways bus. I remember that because we couldn't afford these big, planes and all of that. We went from New York City up into the mountains, up into the Catskills, and that's where we spent our honeymoon.
Again, I met her when I was a senior in high school, and she was a junior, I guess, junior. I only knew then that she had a very pleasing personality, was easy to talk with, and she was quite a cheerleader, quite just agile and could jump and run and all.
The credit union started in June of 1952. I started after I got married, and I started in 1958, and it was still very new. The credit union was still very young. A credit union is a cooperative. It's really a group of people that get together and decide that they want to save together to be able to help each other. Mount Sinai was a blue-collar church, a hard-working membership of lay people who just had ordinary jobs. In the credit union, the lives of the people who are members are more important than anything else. And I just wanted to make sure that I was instrumental in helping to change lives with something as simple as the wise use of the money that you do have. The first credit union in Ohio was started by some alumni from Tuskegee Institute. And they saw it as a way to help their other brothers and sisters. The civil rights movement, well, that tells you more of a story than anything else. The soldiers went away and fought for their country. And then when they came back to the United States, they were still discriminated against. So they still couldn't go into a bank. You can imagine giving your life for your country and then coming back and not being able to get the equal rights. That is when the credit union in Ohio started. You have a job of trying to change mindsets of people who have been taught all of their lives that they're inferior, that they can't have things, that you're not supposed to own a house. And that is what I saw as one of the main things that we had to do in the credit union. We had to change the mindset. People were looking at the church credit union as if we were the benevolent fund, that they could just get money because they needed it and not pay it back. But the credit union was based on people paying their loans back. And once we got over that hurdle, everything went great, and we were able to get the credit union on solid footing. You have to make sure that this credit union runs. And once you give people your word, once you sign them up and this old lady gives you her total life savings for you to be in charge, if you feel committed to that and you are determined that you're going to make it work, you've seen other credit unions who have been successful, so you know it can be done. You know that we as blacks are just as good as anybody else. And this is what our real commitment was, to make this work. And that's how we came from $500 when we started to over 12 million today. You know, you pray for something and you don't know how the Lord's going to do it. The old folks say he works in mysterious ways, and you don't expect him to put you out of where you started. You expect him to just some kind of way keep everything perfectly together. But sometimes when he moves you out of one spot, he puts you in a better position. So if we had not been pushed out of Mount Sinai, we wouldn't have been expanded throughout the whole city. Even though I think the payday lenders are greedy and all of that, you don't spend all your time fighting them. You spend more time trying to help those that you can help.
I couldn't ask for a better person to be my wife, and someone I trust, someone that I love. One of the scriptures I like, to whom much is given, much is required. And even though it didn't look like it, we were given much